Mikiki with me, Mohia Robert, and of course, if you know it's Wednesday, this is the place, Mikiki 254, where we bring you the hottest celebrities in East Africa, Africa, worldwide, and today I'm joined by one of the hottest actors in the industry.
Hey, that is such an amazing introduction, man. I love the energy. I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
You have to give out the energy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Amazing.
I love it.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching you do your thing. Hey, but the show's grown.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
Hey,
man.
hey.
Tunasukuma. And of course, the fans are out there crazy. Just
Amazing.
saying, you know, I told them, Manasseh,
Can't complain. 2022 is looking good. Tumeingia kazi, tumerudi. Excitement for what this year is about to bring. Yeah, excited for so many projects that are about to come.
Yeah. And of course, for the fans who are watching, remember you can send us your questions. I'll be asking Manasseh whichever thing you want to know about.
Uliza zote leo.
Yes, leo tunaziandika huko
Ask
nje.
everything. Yes, sir.
But bro,
Yeah.
for someone who's watching maybe and they don't know you, who's Manasseh?
I usually just say Manasseh is a boy from Meru, who grew up very inspired to follow his dream. He really believed in his talent. Manasseh is an actor, TV presenter, content creator. He's a creative all-round. Manasseh loves to read biographies. He loves to travel. He loves to cook. He loves to play basketball. If I wasn't an actor or TV presenter, I'd definitely be a basketball player. I love people and I love conversations. Yeah, in a nutshell, that's really who I am.
But then, just by the description that you've given us, you're doing a lot already. You're doing a lot because there's acting, there's radio, TV, sorry, basketball. But then I remember way back when you used to be a manager. Remember those days? You used to be Nick Mutuma's manager or something.
Oh my God, you know this? Oh my goodness, I
can remember those days.
So here's the thing, like, I've never talked about this anywhere. So if you're seeing this or you're seeing this for the first time, then this is the first time I've ever talked about this. Big shout out to Nick Mutuma, and me and Nick, we had a chance to work together a couple of years back. And that time we were just it was
like 9 years ago.
Yeah, we were just killing it, and we won. We really won together. We put together his brand out there, and we were able to achieve a bunch of things together. And at that time I was just really studying the space, studying the industry, trying to understand how can I navigate to actually become who I want to become. And they say sometimes you have to serve before you lead.
Exactly.
So that time I was serving, and here I am now.
That's an exclusive, guys, I've given you.
Look at you with your research, my guy.
But no, here's the thing. Most people look at the success, they never know about the journey. How has your journey been?
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you that typical story. Hey, nililala chini kwa floor. So that people feel like for you to actually make it, you have to go through a hard time. But I can tell you for sure, we nililala kwa floor. Nimeanza from scratch. And it's been a very interesting journey. For me, I'm just grateful for where I am right now, and I am just everything that I've gone through has contributed as a lesson to be able to be where I am today. So right now, even just my lifestyle, just how I live is just an inspiration to even myself. I'm just like, wow, like I never really thought this would ever be my life, but I'm here now.
But then people just look at you and say, maybe Manasseh had this thing figured out, like he always knew that he would be this star, So how did you know that you're going to be a star? How did it happen?
The thing is, like, okay, I had one advantage. This is something I call competitive advantage. And this is something you should all look at yourself and just be like, okay, this is my competitive advantage. Why? Because I'm so good at this thing, or maybe I've been exposed to a certain environment, So what happened is, like, growing up in primary school, I was in drama throughout my life. So I was in drama club throughout school, and I was just acting. I was in nationals, year in, year out, and then I went to high school, and in high school, I was just trying to juggle. What would I really want to be? But at some point, just growing up, I really knew I wanted to be in this space.
Yeah.
But mostly, I really wanted to be a radio presenter.
Yeah.
That dream has never come true for me. I hope one day it comes true. But I really just wanted to be a radio presenter. But sometimes things don't work out how you want.
Yeah,
so I ended up on TV.
And
then, you know, I focused on my acting and commercial modeling, which really propelled me to, you know, be able to understand the dynamics of being, you know, being on set and production, what is required of you and what needs to, you know, come into place in terms of preparation. So much went into it. We're talking years and years of auditions.
Yeah.
Years and years of auditions, back to back. Kuna time yani mpaka me and some of my friends in the industry could naitana tu celebrities were audition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you used to know each other every time you go for auditions. You're like
each and every week there are like 4 auditions and you've attended all of them. So that is money going out and money never coming in.
Yeah, true.
It was just big shout out to my parents, man, for always supporting me. And you know, when I was just doing these auditions religiously, you guys, I was just on your bill. Thank you.
Yeah. And they always supported you.
Absolutely.
That's unlike another stories that you get from people, of course, when you tell them, when they tell their parents that maybe they want to be actors, maybe they want to be musicians.
Right.
That is something that is really discouraged.
It's very discouraged.
Did it happen to you?
My dad was very indifferent. He never discouraged me. He's never discouraged me, but he was very indifferent. He was just like, this thing, what is this thing? You know, no. But the thing is with my dad, I really empathize with him because I feel like he had not experienced a success story of a person who had gone into this space and become successful.
Yeah.
You know, so he was just, you know, he was just coming from a point of him not understanding or knowing. Yeah, but at least my mom really, you know, pushed him, and my mom also really supported me. She was always like, go for it, go for it.
Yeah. And of course, you talked about your high school life. Did you proceed from there maybe to campus, and what did you study?
Yeah. I went to the University of Nairobi. I joined a School of Journalism, SOJ, and it's right here on main campus.
Yeah.
And I studied journalism. Yeah, and that was interesting.
So all your life you've grown in Nairobi?
No. Me, I'm born and raised in Meru. I just said I'm a boy from Meru. I was born and raised in Meru. So this happened, yeah. So my parents are definitely from a different part of Kenya. As you know, my name is Nyaga, so I'm from Central.
Yeah.
But my parents, you know, at some point because my dad used to work for the government, he ended up, you know, posted in Meru, and my parents somehow transitioned to live in Meru. And when they were living there, so, you know, I think that's the time where my dad made his wealth. So he kind of like just invested there, you know, bought land, built a house for us, you know, did all those things, got into business in the same town. Yeah, and so that's how I came about. I was born in Meru, raised in Meru, but at some point during my school life, so I went to, I left Meru and I went to schools in Nairobi.
Yeah, so true. So I'm getting some of the response from people here, and I can see Vemina Keruba is saying she's tuned from Saudi. Oh, you know, it's crazy.
What's up?
Selecta Boni is saying tuned from Migori. Princess Dovin Kabete, she's from Kabete. Charity, hey, ladies are commenting.
Hey, that's what's up.
From Kisumu, Manyata. Juliet from Saudi.
Amazing.
Then Geoffrey is saying yes. And then Zanto Mambo is saying he's tuned from Nyeri. So so here's the thing. After all this, now you got into art.
Right.
You started. Which one did you start with? Was it acting? Was it modeling?
It's acting. It's definitely acting. Acting is what I started because I remember being at the University of Nairobi. I used to hang out at the Kenyan National Theatre a lot because I was just hopeful to just see someone I know and just, you know, try get an opportunity to be an actor and to just, you know, so I was just hanging out there with my friend one day, but I never really got something from the National Theatre. But a friend of mine from a class that was next to mine hooked me up with an audition, and that's how I got my first role. So my first role was on a local drama show that used to be called Mheshimiwa. Yeah. This is back in 2011, 2012.
How old were you back then?
Bro, I was 20. How old was I in 2012? I was 20, yeah.
20?
I was 20 years
That's
of age.
crazy.
Yeah, because I'm just about to turn 30 now. Yeah.
So how was that role? Now, introducing you to the industry, this is something maybe you are not used to.
Yeah,
How challenging was it?
It was really challenging because, oh my God, I'm actually on TV. Oh, and it happened so fast. And then now you're on TV each and every week concurrently. So it became something. Yeah, but now the only issue my parents had with that was like, okay, so now you're on TV, but you have no money.
Yeah.
These guys are not paying you.
They were not paying you?
Okay, so the thing is, like, the money would take long to come.
Yeah.
And it was very little money because I wasn't like a prominent
character
on the show. Yeah, but you know, I just took it like I was really getting experience. Yeah, and I tried to convince them like this is just, you know, like an internship, you know, just trying to learn the ropes. Yeah.
And then now transitioning from now the acting, you started picking up other talent.
Yeah. So randomly at the University of Nairobi, I'm just carrying my bag, just coming from lunch. We were just walking, me and a friend of mine. Then we just passed by the notice board and we get there and we see there's this poster of a call for guys to come to audition for Mr. and Miss University of Nairobi.
Oh, wow.
It is in 2012 and I'm just like, I feel I can do this.
Wait,
yeah.
That time you were a freshman, or?
Yeah, I'm like, that's time I'm a freshman. I'm first year. First year is about to end because I joined end of 2011 in September. Yeah. So first year is about to end now, but I'm seeing maybe I should do this thing. Hey, my friends was like, yeah, do it. You like to dress up, do it. Okay, so I started. You know, I went to the audition. I passed. I was picked as the last lot that would compete for Mr. University of Nairobi. I was in first year. There were 4 years there and third years who were already looking fresh with some money. Who figured out a Nairobi lifestyle. Me, I'm just there like, okay, let me figure out this thing. Yeah, so I collected clothes from a bunch of friends and, you know, just ideas, and I put together my stuff. And, you know, yeah, so I contested for Mr. and Miss University of Nairobi in 2012, and I was second runners-up.
Wow, that's crazy. As a freshman.
As a freshman, I didn't win.
And I can imagine how competitive it was at you. And that time it used to have people with money.
Yes, and also, like, best believe, this was a combo of everybody from every campus.
Yes.
Like Kisumu campus, Mombasa campus were here competing. Wow. Everybody was here. And it was a huge thing back then. It was like, it used to be done at KICC, and they would shut down the whole place. Bro, I'm telling you, that thing was almost live on TV.
Wow, that's crazy. And then the whole now thing prepared you now to the life that you're living right now.
Absolutely. You know, that's when I picked up modeling. After modeling there, I got a bunch of connections. So, like, you know, the judges who were judging the event, the organizers. So I kept in touch with them, and I got signed to a modeling agency. So that's how I started, you know, getting into the art space. Did so many commercials. I believe, you know, some of you have seen some of them. Yeah. So, but from there now, I transitioned now into you know, so after that, now life was just like, okay, so this acting is not paying. This modeling is like,
it was a big struggle because I remember back in 2012, that's when now people are trying to get the foot in, especially with the agencies and stuff. Yeah.
So I'm just like, so what am I gonna do? Because now I need to survive in this city. Yeah. So I decided I'm going to go into events and management. Yeah.
That's how you met Nick.
No, that's not how I met Nick. I met Nick well in 2013, if not 2012. 2013. No. Yeah, 2013. Right. 2013. Sorry. And I met him in one of these, like, you know, I used to be a radio presenter back then. So I met him in one of the events for that particular radio that he used to work for. Yeah, and I was just there, and for me, I was very intentional every time I went out. I'm still intentional today. You can't just see me out just hanging out, doing whatever. Like,
there must be a reason behind.
The reason why I'm going out is like because I believe I'm going to meet Roba.
Yeah. And
Roba is going to add some value to my life. So when I went there, I was there to meet him.
Yeah.
And I met him. We had a chat. So from there, we started hanging out from time to time. Yeah, and you know, so years later, that's when after I went into management, then I felt like time was right, and time was right for him as well. So we started working together. Yeah. Yes.
So how was it working now together? Now we're seeing your journey. You know, by the way, you're making a story of your journey. Now working with him. How did it change you, or how did it change your lifestyle?
I didn't change my you know, like at that time Nick was a huge star, man. He was a really, really huge star.
Yeah.
Already he was on this very fast lane, and you know, like, and Mimi, I was barely just paying rent. I was barely living. I was just paying rent and just getting through the days. Yeah, but now, you know, what that did to me is just challenge me mentally to just, you know, push myself further. And what that did, just being with someone that is doing what you're trying to do or what you'd like to do every day. Yeah. Like that's just affirms your vision. Yeah. That this thing is possible. It can be done. You can do this. Yeah. How are we doing this? I'm just and I'm learning the back end of how to do these things. So when I started to work on myself, bro, I was just working, chilling. Wow, it's crazy. I was not stressed. No. Yeah, so that is the advantage that interaction gave me. Yeah. Now moving forward now to you joining the TV, how did it come to happen? Because I think you had mentioned that you had a background in journalism. Yeah. You did broadcast? Yeah, I did broadcast, yeah. I did broadcast. So how did you find yourself on TV? But, you know, so what happened is, so I joined TV in 2018, right? So 2017, 2016, 2014, 2015, 16, and 17, I was auditioning religiously, back to back. For roles? For hosting roles? No, for hosting jobs. Back to back for 3 years with nothing. As a matter of fact, I booked a bunch of jobs for shows that never saw the light of day. Wow. Yes. First of all, this is about to make you funny. This is about to make you laugh. This is so funny. Let me tell you about a story like where in 2017, just before I got my break now in 2018, I was cast as a host on a show. It was a farming show. Farming show. And I had auditioned for so long to be a presenter, and I was tired. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this farming show. I'm just going to do this. So it was a potato farming show. It was called Utamu wa Viazi. I used to wear this polo shirt that was written Utamu wa Viazi. Anyway, let me tell you. Let me just educate you, kidogo. In the world, there are at least 120 species of potatoes. That's one of the things that I learned. Wow. And in Kenya, we grow a great deal of those. I don't know how many species, but we grow a lot. But definitely not the one for KFC. No. Definitely not those ones. So I travel around Kenya just filming there's even potato museums in Kenya. In Molo, I was there in the heart of where they do these things, where they incubate the seeds. No way. Yeah, it was really awesome, man. But that show, your potato business is that huge. Yes, that show also never saw the light of day. Yeah. But then after that, so in between auditioning, there's a time I did an audition at a different TV station, and so I went for that, and just when I had finished the audition, the show, I was picked and I started filming. It was a recorded show, so I recorded for like 3 episodes. Yeah, and then they said, the show has been put on hold because the year is about to clock. Then when the year comes, when you open up the new year, then we can get back to filming. Yeah. So me, I just went and waited. But now the boss, who used to be the boss there, left that station and went to a new station that was starting. And that's how I just got the call. Wow. And I was just told, so he just moved with you? He just moved with me. Wow. So grateful, yeah. Yeah. Now, that was back in 2018? Yes. Now, it comes at times, of course, you're enjoying the show and everything, and then COVID hits. Yes, COVID hits. COVID hits, and I'm just like, wow, okay. So now there's a lot of changes in the studio, you know, so, hey, we have to keep like social distancing on our show. Our show had like 4 personalities. Yeah. Yeah, big shout out to all these guys. Big shout out to Weke, Flinch, Foy, and big shout out to Anmaora. Big shout out to Shama. Big shout out to Iviona. All these were my co-hosts. Yeah. So and So it got to a point where you cannot you cannot co-host like this. You cannot co-host like this. Someone has to be on that corner, another person here. Yeah, and it got to a point where I would come in today and someone else would come in the next day. So it actually exchange so that we don't share the set.
Shifts, yeah.
It was so crazy. So all those changes were really not too interesting. Yeah, but we survived. At least we stayed on course. We stayed on the job. You know, we understood the assignment that we have to, you know, entertain guys at home and make sure people at home, you know, forget there's COVID at least for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
But did COVID affect you in any way? Because
absolutely,
of course, for entertainment industry, it was a big blow. How did it affect you?
For me, after being on TV for a while, you know, like my hosting, emceeing, for you know, public events, you know, hosting and being an MC out there was just like that space was just taking off for me. I just hosted a bunch of them, and then COVID hit, and that just went down the drain. So all these engagements from outside the studio were done. There was nothing happening. Yeah, I remember even there was an acting project that was just about to start.
Just went like that.
Just went like that. So now it was studio, home. Studio, excuse me, home. Yeah, so it really even affected my mental space because I was just used to being out there and being active. So now you're just in the house. You move around your same space all day, day in, day out. 1 month is over, another month comes. It's so crazy. Yeah.
And of course, now 2022.
Yeah.
We're talking about a different story. Guy is on Netflix.
Yes. yes.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
So tell us more about now the Uradi. Uradi is the film everyone is talking about.
Right. Uradi is a fantastic film that every Kenyan needs to watch. Kama hujaicheki manze, enda uicheki. Iko hapo on Netflix. So everybody in the world can be able to access it. So go check it out, please. Uradi is a story of a young Kenyan guy who's born and raised in Nyeri County, which is central Kenya. And he comes to Nairobi to join university, and he gets caught up in the mix of things that he did not expect. In the verge of trying to make a coin and try to make a living and trying to get a better life, he gets caught up with a guy who introduces him to a life that...
First life of Nairobi.
Arguably wash, what you guys like to call it. Yeah, and the guy ends up, you know, working with terrorists, and it becomes a whole thing. So I don't want to spoil for you, but this was picked up. This is inspired by Dusit. It's inspired by Westgate. And it's also inspired by the Nairobi fast life. It's inspired by the hunger and the pressure that people see on social media. It's inspired by all these things. That
and really also the campus.
And the campus lifestyle as well. Yeah, so that's the impact we were going for. And it's really caused impact because the feedback has been really crazy.
I know.
The movie is still trending for 4 weeks in a row, still on Netflix. So please check it out. Yeah, so I play JMO on Uradi. I'm the guy I'm the wash guy, by the way. I'm the guy with the money.
With the plan.
And I brought some money for Roba as well. Some money
Of course, you're not going to introduce me to wash.
No. Yeah.
So I watched the film.
Right.
First, a big shout out. That was a great job.
Thank
And
you.
of course, you used my former campus. I'm an alumni of
MMU. Amazing.
So big shout out to MMU students who are watching.
Right.
So how did you get that role? And when did you shoot the movie?
How did I get this role? Okay. I got a call. It was during COVID, so I did not really go physically to audition for it. So I got a call, and I got a call from Nice Kidenji, and she was like, so I am casting for this film, and I'd like to see whether you fit the role. You know, from the character Bible. When I read it, I saw you. So maybe you know, send me a tape, and let's see whether you know you can be able to fit the cut. So I did my tape, and then I got the call. I was like, "You got the role." I was so excited. You know, it had been. So this was me making a transition from TV acting to film acting. So I was really excited for it, for Uradi. Yeah, and so we shot it towards the end of 2019, going early 2020. Yeah, and then it went to post the whole of the better part of 2020. Yeah, and then we premiered it end of 2020.
But then you guys didn't think at the time you were shooting, you didn't think it would be on Netflix, did you?
Honestly, no. Honestly, no, because the Netflix wave was just hitting Kenya around that time. That time the film premiered. Then a couple of Kenyan films went on Netflix. And then that's when we were just like, you know what, this film, the way we've done it, it needs to it needs to go to that market. Yeah. Yeah, and we really just really pushed the production. The production really took it up, and they made it happen. Yeah. Yes.
Of course, now working from now, you've mentioned, what have you called it? The TV, the TV series. Now transitioning to movies. You understand the industry. Where do you think the future is for the Kenyan film industry?
First of all, I'm very excited that right now that the film space and the acting space as well, like it's very vibrant right now. As we speak right now, I can tell you for sure there are at least 10 to 15 sets that are ongoing as we speak. Wow. Like these and each set has employed at least 100 people, no doubt. Yeah. So we're talking at least how many people now? Like so many people are out there working. Like
I can imagine for Uradi only the kind of set that you had to pull off such a movie.
So many people on set, you know, just working different departments. So I'm very excited for for it creating that job space. Secondly, it's very vibrant because when all these jobs are happening, that means there is so much to look out for. Yeah. So the space is growing. People are pushing the craft to another level. The next person the next producer who's trying to create a film is definitely like, I want to create something that is better than Uradi. Yes. That's amazing. Yes. Even the producer for Uradi right now is just like, I can't create something that is less than what I've already put out. True. So we are growing. We are onto something. Look out for us. And the Kenyan industry is about to blow up.
What's the future for you as Manasseh now?
The future for me is so this film was shot in 2020, came out last year. Yeah. So I have a bunch of projects that I've worked on throughout 2021 that are about to drop this year. So we're looking at more Netflix projects. We're looking at more short films and TV projects as well about to drop. As a matter of fact, I'm on set from first week of February filming something new. Wow. Yeah, and I'm also looking to a future where I see myself I'm coming back to TV as well as a host very soon. So let's just wait. It's about to be a very juicy 2022. Awesome. Also for me, for content creation as well, I'm looking to take the Kenyan content space to a whole different space. There's going to be a lot of traveling this year, and it's all about luxury. It's all about top tier travel. So look out for that as well. Awesome.
Yeah. Those projects are usually sponsored. The traveling stuff.
No, it's all me.
That's all you?
Me. There's no project. There's at least just one or two travel projects that have been sponsored. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a lot we can talk about when it comes to you, and of course there's the fashion aspect of you. There's so many things we can talk about, but just because of our time, just let you go. But then before you go, there's someone who's watching you and maybe saying, I would like to be like Manasseh. Right. What would you like to tell him?
Right. First of all, like in the most of humility, I don't think you can be like me, and I don't think you can be like anybody. So find that thing that makes you tick, that makes you yourself, and develop on it and make it something that makes you happy. Yeah. At the end of the day, for me, I'm always chasing fulfillment. So I pray that you chase fulfillment, and you end up in a space where you feel fulfilled. I'd like to say that the world is for the takers, so don't sit around. Don't be content in terms of like, it's good to be content, but don't settle basically. Yeah. Just go for what you want and go take it. True. As I finish, there's nothing like free lunch. So if someone buys you lunch. If someone gets you something, does something for you, just ask yourself, what's in it for me? Yeah.
True.
Same lesson on Uradi as well. Yeah. If someone is giving you incentives. Like, what is this about? What is this for? Yeah, stay aware of yourself. Hey, come on.
Yeah,
it's a captain.
And of course, to your fans out there also, the ones that has been supporting you. Of course, your Instagram, by the way, is blowing.
Oh, it's blowing. It's blowing.
You're one of the biggest influencers we have in Kenya.
Thank you.
So for all the fans who have been supporting you.
Man, thank you for following my journey. You know, this is something I forget to say all the time. I just sit there with you on the Insta stories, like, you know, I just get used to this. But hey, thank you for growing me. It's been, when I just took off, I was literally at like 3,000 followers. You guys have made this so big for me. Also, thank you for engaging me on Twitter now. I'm also growing my Twitter, Facebook. You guys are there in your numbers. I really appreciate you. Thank you for following my journey. This means everything to me, because you guys give me the muscle to be doing what I do. And people see like, you have all these people who care about, who are following you, and that you matter to. So I think you're best fit for X, Z, and Y. Yeah, so my life is really, you know, put in this place just because of you. So I really appreciate you. If you don't know my handles, Manasseh K Nyaga on Instagram, Manasseh_K on Twitter. Find me there. Let's chat. Let's vibe.
Awesome. And of course, for those people who maybe would like to get advice from you, those are the places that they can join.
Absolutely.
And Manasseh, that has been our time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming through. I think we should have another session, because we have a lot that we can learn from you.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot that we can talk. We haven't talked about now your fashion, influencer market. We haven't talked about it. I think we should just create some other time and sit down, discuss all these things.
Absolutely. You should also tell me, you know, give me a tip for growing your beard, because your beard, you know, yours is connecting. Everyone look at me. I'm just here struggling.
I only have one tip. Good jeans.
Good jeans.
You
did nothing.
I
just woke up with a beard.
Effortless.
This guy.
Just like that, you know. So that has been our time, and of course, thank you so much, Manasseh, for coming through. Thanks to our fans who are watching us back at home. We are so grateful. Mazee hatungekuwa hapa isipokuwa ni nyinyi. Naona wase wa Vihiga wameanguka hapa ndani mbaya. Asanteni sana. And of course, remember we do this each and every Wednesday and Friday. Tutapatana papa hapa kwa Gossip Spot. Tuwape udaku. So till next time, goodbye.